I want to invite you to join us to experience the joy of worshiping God. We thank Him for the home run moments we have in our lives. We hear His comfort and peace when it feels like we've struck out. We're glad to see you at Faith Lutheran Church.
And we welcome you back here to Sanford Sports Complex as we are getting set for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Let's go through the starting lineups. The Governors win the game number 1 behind a complete game 1 hitter from Jed Zabel, as it was Zabel that gave up, just that one hit. It came with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. The only blemish, other than, he had a couple of walks, but also hit 4 guys. That was the only thing against him on the hitting side, was just that one hit that he gave up with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning and picked up the win on the mound. The Governors won it 1-0 in that first game. So here in game number 2, let's get you the starting lineup. First will be George Stout, lead things off. He's a center fielder. Jed Zabel will bat second and play right field. Charlie Simpson, the DH, will bat third. Nolan Peterson, the second baseman, will bat fourth. It'll be a sudden sun and shine batting fifth and catching. Carter Schuffelbein will be batting sixth and playing third base. Cooper Twilliger will be the first baseman batting seventh. Spencer Easlin will bat eighth and play left field. Dawson Getz will be the shortstop batting ninth. Will Danberg will be on the mound for the Governors as he will get the starts, his second start of the season after having a 5-inning complete game last Saturday against Washington in that doubleheader split. He'll have a chance to go and see if the Governors can get the sweep of the Jefferson Cavaliers in game number 2. For the Jefferson Cavaliers, it'll be Caden Kirchner, the center fielder, to lead things off. Casey Nemediger, the second baseman, will bat second. It'll be Carson Hughes, the first baseman, batting third. Mason Payne will be the DH to bat fourth. Noah Hollingshead will be the third baseman, batting fifth. It'll be Brody Jacobson, the shortstop, batting sixth. Braylon Bear will be the right fielder, batting seventh. Ryder Stubbles, the catcher, again batting eighth. Ashton Balcher will be the left fielder that will bat ninth. Tyler Olson is the starting pitcher in game number 2 for the Jefferson Cavaliers as we are getting close to a first pitch in game number 2. The umpires, I believe, are making their way out from wherever they actually go. I don't even know where they might go. There probably is a spot to get inside somewhere here at the Sanford Sports Complex. There's a nice concession stand right in the middle of the 5 fields here. But, yeah, they're both getting ready to take the field and exchange lineup cards. So we will step aside for 3 minutes, come back with first pitch after this. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
What? Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder! Yeah, that hurt.
And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! College! Slide, Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Form, function, finesse. The all-new 2024 all-wheel drive Ford Escape is now on sale at Capital City Ford for $32,000 with up to $2,250 in rebates. If you're looking for adaptable interiors ready for your daily adventures, whether it's a trip to the grocery store, to a spontaneous road trip, and everywhere in between, Capital City Ford has you covered. Payments are as low as $385 with Ford Credit Flex Buy program. For more information and details, contact a sales professional at Capital City Ford. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
We welcome you back here as we continue the pregame show. As we hopefully will be getting started here in the next couple minutes. I know we're ahead of the what was a 2:15 or 2 o'clock scheduled first pitch, but I mean it's an all-turf field. You don't got to take much time to get the maintenance. There is no maintenance to it. Surprised we're not going already, with it being almost half an hour after the first game ended. But it will be Tyler Olson on the mound for the Jefferson Cavaliers to get this second game underway, as Jefferson is about to take the field for game number 2. And it will be George Stallion lead things off. He's playing center field. Jed Zabel will bat second and play right. It'll be Charlie Simpson, the DH, batting third. Nolan Peterson, the second baseman, will bat fourth. It'll be Carter Sutton, Sun and Shine, the catcher, batting fifth. Carter Scheffelbein, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Cooper Twilliger will bat seventh and play first base. Spencer Easlin is the left fielder, batting eighth, and it will be Dawson Getz in the ninth spot for the Governors, as he's playing short in game number 2. And it will be Will Danberg on the mound for the Governors, as he will get his second start of the season. And for Will Danberg, we'll give you his stats. We'll give you the other starting pitcher stat and Tyler Olson here in just a moment. But for Will Danberg, he has thrown just one so far, 5 innings. He got a complete game with the 13-1 win that the Governors had. He gave up 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and 8 strikeouts, as his ERA is 1.4 and a whip at 1.2. Batting average against at 167, make that 263 for Will Danberg, as he is set to go for game number 2 on the mound. It is Tyler Olson that has taken the hill for the Jefferson Cavaliers, as we are set for this second game. With Jen Hanna back at the station, John Wickler here on this Saturday afternoon. And again, apologize for no video to have for you because of the winds being one that does not allow us to get the iPads to set still. Even our laptop and board have moved a little bit with the wind, but then you can throw an iPad, which is basically got to catch the wind. But there is no shade, and they don't have the shades up here at the Sanford Sports Complex yet over the top of the bleachers, and that does not allow us to I mean, we've had, as you were probably watching that first game, a little bit of buffering because the hotspot decided to reset because it was starting to get too hot, even though we have it in the backpack and all that good stuff of keeping it as cool as possible. There's only so much you can do when there is not a cloud in the sky and there is not hardly any shade here at the Sanford Sports Complex. Very nice new sports complex. They're still working on getting everything all taken care of, but it is one that's the shades over the top of at least over one of these spots where the bleachers are set up. Would have been a huge thing to have, and would have been able to give us the live video that we always like to bring you on YouTube at KCCR Sports, but we are on YouTube as well. It's just the logo up there, and because we got to keep the iPad inside the backpack, that's why you don't see the American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein scoreboard up. But we are, again, we'll treat it like a radio broadcast where you can at least have it on the TV and walking around your house. Maybe you got some stuff to do. As we are underway in game number 2, first pitch missing outside for ball 1, underway at 1:45 here in game number 2. George Staley watches that first pitch miss for ball 1, and then the 1-0 pitch is at the top of the zone, and the count is now at a ball and a strike here to George Staley. He had one of the 3 hits for the Governors in game number 1. Along with Nolan Peterson and Spencer Easlin. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Easlin had the triple the extra base hit of the 3 hits. Here is the 1-2 upcoming from Tyler Olson to George Stalley, the leadoff man. Swing and a miss. Olson blows by the heater. And there's one down to kick things off here in the top of the first, and it will bring up the number 2 hitter in Jed Zabel. Cavaliers now at 5-4 on the season, and for Tyler Olson, who is the starting pitcher, this is his second start, 3rd appearance overall. He threw 2 innings so far, as he gave up 2 earned runs without a hit. First pitch misses for ball 1. 6 walks, 4 strikeouts coming in. ERA at 7, a whip of 3. He walked to just too many guys in that in his 2 outings so far. So that batting average against is at 0 against Tyler Olson, but that whip at 3 as the 1-0 pitch misses outside, and the count's now 2-0. So that's going to be one for the Governors to, I wouldn't say be choosy on what they swing at, but a guy that is, he can strike you out, or he can be a little bit, he might be effectively wild. As the 2-0 pitch is fouled back by Zabel, and the count's now 2-1. He is looking for his first hit today. He went 0 for in game number 1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is just above the zone, maybe a little bit outside anyway, and the count's now 3-1. On deck, the number 3 hitter, Charlie Simpson. 3-1 pitch to the top of the zone. The count's now 3-2. Be pitch number 10 of the first inning already here for Tyler Olson. The 3-2. Swing and a foul tip into the middle. Strikeout of Zabel. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Olson to start the ball game. And there's 2 down, and it will bring up the catcher in game number 2. Here's Charlie Simpson. With Nolan Peterson on deck, Spencer Easlin in the lineup. You had the 3 guys that got a base hit in the lineup in game number 2. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Simpson, who turns his head a little bit, thinking maybe it wasn't quite a strike. Here's the 0-1 now here from Olson. There's a ground ball to the right side. This will be fielded by the second baseman, Mediger. His throw to first is in time. 3 up, 3 down inning here at the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. To the bottom of the first we go. No score between Pierre and Jefferson as the Cavaliers will come to the plate. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bottom of the first, as we go through the lineup here for the Jefferson Cavaliers, as it will be Caden Kirshner to lead things off. He's the center fielder. Keeson Mediger, the second baseman, will bat second. Carson Hughes, the first baseman, will bat third. Mason Payne, the DH, in the cleanup spot. Noah Hollingshead will be the third baseman that will bat fifth. It'll be Brody Jacobson, the shortstop, batting sixth. Braylon Bear, the right fielder, batting seventh. Ryder Stubbles, the catcher, batting eighth, and Ashton Balzer, the left fielder, batting ninth for the Cavaliers, as Will Danberg is on the mound for the Governors and looking to be efficient and effective as he was in his first outing, which was last Saturday when the Governors beat the Washington Warriors 13-1 in the second game of a doubleheader. First pitch is over for strike one to Kirchner, who reached base quite a bit in that first game. He was hit by a pitch two different times from Jed Zabel. 0-1 pitch is fouled away, and the count's now 0-2. And then Kirchner down 0-2 in the count. He did not get that lone hit. It was Jacobson that got the only hit for Jefferson in that first game. 0-2 pitch is high and outside, and the count's now 1-2. So with Jacobson also in the lineup, all 4 guys that got base hits. Yes, you heard that right. All 4 guys that got a hit between the 2 teams are in the lineup for game number 2. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Will Danberg to open things up. As Kirchner will go down and retire for just the second time here today. And we'll bring up Kason Mediger, the shortstop, make that the second baseman. Will Danberg will work from the windup. First pitch to Mediger. Will miss out, so will be on the outside edge for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Here to the number 2 hitter. Get to the Governors and their defensive alignment here in just a moment. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Danberg fooled him on the curveball. That never really tempted the zone. The count's now 0-2 here to Mediger. The Governors are looking for a doubleheader sweep. Here's the 0-2. That one is fouled off the mid of Simpson, who almost caught it for a second strike, or for the second strikeout. They have gotten just one doubleheader sweep so far. They swept Lincoln last week, Friday, 3-2. That one is upstairs, and the count's now 1-2. They swept them 10-1 and 3-2 in those 2 games. They had a chance to sweep Brandon Valley, but then split. In that second game, they split against Washington. As there's a swing and a miss and a pitch in the turf on a curveball. The throw to first will be in time from Charlie Simpson. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Spencer Easlin is out left, George Staley in center, and Jed Zabel in right. Carter Shufflebein at third, Dawson Getz at short, Nolan Peterson at second, Cooper Twilliger at first. Make that sudden sun and shine that is behind the plate, not Charlie Simpson. Sun and shine behind the plate. As Will Danberg has got the first 2 guys swinging, and the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Here to the number 3 hitter in Carson Hughes. And that wind is still howling from right to left. As the 1-0 pitch is cut on and missed, is a 1-1 count. 562 batting average for Hughes. And so far, he's got a 2 doubles and a triple, 6 runs driven in. A couple of these guys, and while Pierre's missing a couple of guys because of ACT, he might have been a guy that was taking the ACT for Jefferson, and why he was not in the lineup in game number 1, but here now for game number 2, as it counts 2-1. Here to Hughes. 2-1 pitch from Danberg. This will be popped up. Shallow center field as Staley will come in. It'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Danberg. Both pitchers go 1-2-3 in the first. We head to the second, no score between Pierre and Jefferson. Back in a minute, you're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Verdig Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdig Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdig Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdig Electric, 224-8684.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
Top of the second, 4, 5, and 6 here for the Governors, as it will be Nolan Peterson, Sun and Shine, and Carter Shufflebein. He might reach his base, so he'll go then to Cooper Twilliger. So they got Sun and Shine, Shufflebein, and Twilliger, the 3 longest names, all back-to-back, 6, 7, and 8, to make that 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. And thankfully get to Spencer Easlin and Dawson Getz to make things a little bit easier. But a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Olson in that top of the first, as he was able to get 2 strikeouts, and Charlie Simpson the only guy that put the ball in play as he grounded out to the second baseman Mediger. So both these pitchers, again, 1-2-3 innings in the first, but right now pretty much all 5 of these pitchers, with 2 from Jefferson and then Zabel, the 1 pitcher from Pierre. It's been a pitcher's day. You like low-scoring games and good defense between a couple teams. Last game was yours, and maybe this game could be a little bit of the same. First pitch swinging for Peterson. Well, that's underneath the glove of the second baseman Mediger, so there is an error, and a leadoff man is on base at the start of the top of the second. I guess if there is going to be an error and bad or not so clean defense, and announcer's curse coming to somebody, it's probably a good thing we talked about in the top of the second, and not in the bottom of the second. So now it'll be Sun and Shine that will come to the plates. The catcher in game number 2, showing bunt. He could not pull it back in time. He offered at it, and it will be strike 1 to Sun and Shine. Again, Peterson, who's on first. Again, he reached on an error, but he was one of the 3 hits in last game in that 1-0 victory for the Pierre Governors. Showing bunt again. This time, Sunshine does drop one down right in front of the plate. The third baseman will come into field, and a strong play from Hollingshead to retire Sun and Shine, and there's one down with a runner on first. And he'll bring up Carter Schuffelbein, who will hit for the first time today. He was a third baseman in game 1, but he was hit 4 in that first game, and now he'll get a chance to swing the bat here in game number 2. As he'll wait the first pitch from Olson, that will miss low for ball 1. That was a great button by Sun and Shine. Took a great play from Hollingshead to retire him. Schuffelbein hitting .300 so far, 3 for 11. Made that 3 for 10 with 3 hits. He had 2 of them last night. That's what will get to the backstop. Picked up by the catcher. The throw will come to third. It was a hesitation from the catcher in Stubbles, who didn't think he would have any shot to get him. And with the hesitation, there was no shot to get Peterson going to third base. And so now it's a 2-0 count. Pitch to Schuffelbein will miss outside. The count is now at 3-0. Here to Schuffelbein. On deck is Cooper Twilliger, the big first baseman for the Governors. 3-0 pitch. Taken all the way. Taken for a strike. Schuffelbein had taken a couple steps towards first base, and he'll dig back into the plate. Still good hitter's count here to try and drive in the game's first run. We'll have to wait until the 5th or 6th inning to get a run. And he'll ground that one foul. The count's now 3-2. Slow, easy play for Coach Fondness to make the play. He gives a thumbs up across the diamond to Coach Cody Sherrill. 3-2 counts. With 1 out here in the top of the second with a runner on third. Payoff pitch. Fouled back. Schuffelbein stays alive. Here in the top of the second. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station as we are hitting 2 o'clock on this Saturday afternoon. Payoff pitch to Schuffelbein again. That'll miss low for ball 4. And it's 1st and 3rd with 1 away, and it brings up Cooper Twilliger. Governors won the first game 1-0. Yes, this is game number 2 already. If you're maybe thinking you're going to get at 2 o'clock to catch the start of game number 2, well, game 1 was a doozy, a 1-0 win for the Pierre Governors with a complete game 1 hitter by Jet Zabel. And that 1 hit came with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. He was 1 pitch away from getting a no-hitter, but he does get the complete game shutout as Cooper Twilliger will take low for ball 1. And that game only took about an hour and 16 minutes to be played, so that's why we're sitting here at 2 o'clock right now, already in the top of the second, with runners at 1st and 3rd and 1 out. 1-0 pitch to Twilliger. That'll miss low. Schuffelbein takes off for second. A little bit of a delayed steal, but he will stand up at second without a throw from Stubbles, and now there's 2 runners in scoring position. And again, this is where the Governors, they did not really cash in that first game or yesterday at all, as this will be upstairs. And the count is now 3-0 here to Twilliger. 3-0 counts with one out here in the top of the second. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Twilliger will take all the way, and the count is now at 3-1. Still good hitters count here for Twilliger to try and drive in the game's first run. Spencer Easlin, who tripled in game number 1, he is on deck. 3-1 pitch is on the outside edge, and it's taken for a strike, and the count's now 3-2. And here is the spot for Olson, looking for the strikeout pitch. 3-2 to Twilliger. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And there's 2 down, and it's up to Spencer Easlin to try and drive in the runs. Leadoff error to Peterson. Stole second, or got to second. Yeah, stole second, and then got to third on a wild pitch. Scheffelbein walked with 1 out. Here's the first pitch to Easlin. That'll be over for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Runners at second and third here with 2 down here in the top of the second. 0-1 pitch. That'll be on the inside corner and taken for a strike, and now the count quickly goes to 0-2. And Olson, who was in a lot of danger, is about to work his way out of this jam. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Olson. Ground ball to the right side. Menninger will rehash his mistake as he's able to recover, make the play, and now retires aside. No runs, no hits, no error. 1 error and 2 men left on base. Inning and a half gone by. No score between Pierre and Jefferson. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Beck Motor Company, your local Chevrolet dealer in Pierre, would like to thank all our customers for their business. This year, we are celebrating an amazing 55 years in business. We appreciate each and every one of you. Our family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership is dedicated to providing our customers with top-notch service in every department. We offer a vast inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Chevrolet and Cadillac vehicles. Our staff is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that you will love for years to come. Check out our inventory at www.beck-motors.com. Beck Motor Company, Pierre.
Are you or a family member receiving Medicare calls asking if you've received your new Medicare card? This should be a red flag, as Medicare is not sending out new cards, and Medicare will not contact you to ask you about your card. If you have, or someone you know has received this type of call and they gave out their Medicare number, please contact the South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
As we welcome you back, bottom of the second, no score between Pierre and Jefferson on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. It will be 4, 5, and 6 for the Jefferson Cavaliers. Mason Payne, Hollingshead, and Jacobson. The DH followed by the third baseman and shortstop. Well, Danberg was able to retire the first 3 in order with 2 strikeouts, just like it was in the first inning for Tyler Olson. First pitch is the right side with a base hit. Zabel bobbles out in right field, but it will be a single for Mason Payne, and there will not be a no-hitter taken into the 7th inning in game number 2. The first hit's given up by Danberg, and it will bring up now the third baseman in Hollingshead. And we'll see how Jefferson wants to play. The fact that their runs were at a premium in game number 1. They expect runs to be at a premium here in game number 2. First pitch misses low. Sun and Shine gobbled that up. And a good block there by the catcher, Sun and Shine. Runner on first and nobody out here in the bottom of the second. No score between Pierre and Jefferson. American Family Insurance, Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. A 1-0. Runner takes off. That pitch is in the turf. It was blocked up by Sun and Shine, but nothing he can do with it. As it counts 2-0, and the runner will steal second. And so Payne is in scoring position, and Jefferson looking to try and get their first run of the ball game now. And run first run of the day today. Pierre scores their first run. That'll only be their second of the day. As the 2-0 pitch is on the outside edge for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. Jacobson is on deck. He's the only guy that had a hit in game number 1. Here's the 2-1. That is off the glove of Sun and Shine for a ball. Into the backstop it goes. And for the first time today, Jefferson has got a runner at third. And the count is now 3-1. So now Danberg looking maybe for a strikeout pitch. The corners will come in, but the middle will stay back. For the most part, will stay back as the 3-1 pitch will be a sharp line drive into left field for a base hit, and Jefferson is on the board. A single for Hollingshead, an RBI for the third baseman. It's a 1-0 lead for Jefferson as they get their first run today and lead at 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. And I'll bring up now Brady Jacobson, again the lone guy that got a base hit in game number 1 for the Cavaliers. Danberg will come set from the stretch. He'll step off and make sure that Hollingshead does not get too big of a lead. Here's the first pitch from Danberg. That'll miss low, blocked up again by Sun and Shine. Did a good job. Other than that pitch that got the runner to third base. A really good job of blocking everything, keeping everything in front. From the stretch, Danberg delivers the 1-0. This will be chopped in front of the plate, and it is a foul ball, just barely foul. And it was Jacobson who had to maneuver his way around that ball, because once he leaves the box, he cannot touch that. And was able to move just enough and stay away from it just enough, and the ball was foul. So the count is now at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss low, and the count's now 2-1 here to Jacobson. Braylon Bear is on deck, and Stubbles and Baltz are the bottom of the order here for the Cavaliers. 2-1. Ground ball. Getz will field it short. Underhand flip to second for one. Peterson to first. It was just offline. Terwilliger was able to block it up and to keep the runner at first base. So it was just a fielder's choice. And there's one down now here in the bottom of the second. And it will bring up Braylon Bear. Now another ground ball like that. Give Getz and Peterson a chance to do it again. Get you out of this inning rather quickly. There still is a runner on first and one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Danberg will come set from the stretch. First pitch to Bear. That one is flown out towards left field. Easlin will get underneath it. He'll make the catch. And there's two down, and retreating back to first will be Jacobson. And it'll bring up now the catcher Stubbles. Lefty will dig in, trying to extend the inning to the number 9 man in Baltzer, who will be waiting on deck. That's pitch number 23 for Will Danberg. Here's the first pitch to Stubbles. That is high and outside for ball one. Runner on first and two down here in the bottom of the second. The 1-0 to the catcher in Stubbles. That's fouled back to the netting. Then the count's now 1-1. This netting is very high. I'd say it'd probably be about as high as Major League ballpark would be. It takes a lot for a ball to get over the top of the netting. At that point, everybody else in the facility has to be kind of aware of it. 1-1 pitch comes high and tight on Stubbles, and the count's now 2-1. After we're done here tonight, we still got some live sports for you, as we'll have the Frozen Four National Championship game between Denver and Boston College. That'll miss in the turf. The throw to second with the runner taking off, and the tag is not applied in time. And Jacobson will take second base. Sunshine with a good throw, just a little bit to the left side of the base. If it had been the right side of the base, it could have been a tag apply with a catch. The count's now 3-1 with now a base open at first. Don't have to necessarily give in. And it will be ball four, so it's now first and second. That's not the worst thing in the world. get the force out again with a 3-1 count and a good hitter's count. Don't have to have your best pitch or have a pitch that goes over across the plate, as Duran will now run for Stubbles. So with first and second and 2 down here in the bottom of the second, it'll be Baltzer that will hit. That pitch blocked up by Sun and Shine. A really good job, a good secondary lead, and all around with Jacobson over at second of getting that extra couple steps with Sun and Shine going down to block the ball that blocked it well. So Jacobson retreated back to second. 1-0 pitch will come high and tight, and the count's now 2-0. And that was pitch number 30 for Will Danberg. Runners at first and second. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. 2-0 pitch. That'll miss as well, and the count's now 3-0 with the top of the order and Caden Kirchner waiting on deck. And not where Will Danberg wants to be. The bases loaded potentially in that top of the order up. 3-0 is upstairs, 4-pitch walk. Bases are now loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And we'll see if maybe there's a mound visit here from the Governor coaching staff. With Caden Kirchner now to the plate. Danberg can work from the windup now. The base is loaded. First pitch to Kirchner. He'll swing and foul that one back, and the count's 0-1. Kirchner is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in his first trip to the plate. He and Mediger both went down swinging in their first at-bats. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is upstairs, outside. The count is now even at a ball and a strike. First and second, 2 down. Make that bases loaded. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. Not quite any activity right now in the right field bullpen for the Governors. Here's the 2-1. Also missing, and now it's 3-1. And Danberg's got to find it. Good hitter's count here for Kirchner. Walk will bring in another run here in the second. 3-1 pitch. That is missing for ball 4, and it will be a bases loaded walk, and it is a 2-0 lead. And Coach Cody Sherrill will walk his way out there. J.J. Buckles is starting to walk his way out towards the right field bullpen to start getting loose. And a mound visit upcoming to start to buy some time for Buckles, who has got to jog out there now and get moving a little bit quicker. Coach Sherrill trying to settle down the young pitcher, Will Danberg, who didn't really have a whole lot of high stressful pitches in his first outing, when the Governors scoring early and often against the Washington Warriors. And so now with it being a little bit more stressful and a chance for him to pitch in a higher situation, and Coach Sherrill giving some words of encouragement and settling down the young pitcher. Well, it's now Mediger that will come to the plate. He struck out swinging his first at-bat as he waits on the first pitch from Danberg. Swings at the first pitch and fouls that one back, and the count's 0-1. So now with the 0-1 count, you got to continue to attack Mediger to try and get out of this inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is at the knees and for a strike, and the count's now 0-2. With an 0-2 count, now Mediger can go anywhere and everywhere that he wants, or make that Danberg can go anywhere and everywhere that he wants against Mediger to try and strike him out. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that will end the inning. 2 runs do score, though, in the inning on 2 different hits. There were 3 men left on base. We have played 2 completes, 2-0 lead for Jefferson over Pierre. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home.
It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
It is the top of the third inning. The Pierre Governors are down 2-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. To be Dawson Getz, George Stallion, Jed Zabel, 9-1-2 here for the Governors. Anybody reaches base, it'll be Charlie Simpson that will come to the plate. As Pierre is down for the first time today after winning just 1-0. Jefferson is actually outscoring the Governors now in the two games that they have played. They were outscored last night even against the Brandon Valley Lynx by several runs. They lost a 9-4 game in game 2. They won a 2-1 game in game number 1, so end up being outscored 10-6 in that doubleheader split with the Brandon Valley Lynx. But now here, the Governors with a win, but still being outscored overall today. Down 2-0 here in the top of the third inning as Dawson Getz will wait on the first pitch and take it inside for ball 1. Getz had reached base in game number 1 on an error. He was the first base runner to reach base for the Governors. As they'll swing and foul the 1-0 pitch away, and the count's now 1-1. No hit so far for the Governors. One walk issued to Schoffelbein. Sunshine also make that Peterson. Well, Sunshine had a sacrifice bunt, but Peterson end up with a reaching on an error. The only two base runners for the Governors. Counts 1-2 here to Getz. That is high and outside, and the count's now 2-2. That was pitch number 35. 31 pitches through 2 innings for Tyler Olson. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's upstairs, and the count goes to now 3-2. George Staley, top of the order, is on deck. Staley, Zabel, and then Simpson. 3-2. Getz will foul this one out of play. And the count remains full at 3-2. .77 degrees here in Sioux Falls. Obviously not right at game time now. There's a swing and a miss by Getz and a strikeout for Olson. There's one down here in the top of the third. Winds are still on the south-southwest at 16 miles an hour, gusting at 24. So it's been a windy day, and it will look like it's going to be windy the rest of our day here today. Feeling pretty good in Pierre, though, at 81 degrees right now. Looking still to get to a high of 85 before the end of the day. First pitch to George Staley will be taken at the knees for strike 1. Staley struck out swinging in his first at-bats. 0 for 1 so far. 0-1 pitch. That is outside. The count is now at 1-1. Staley trying to get his second hit today. One of 3 Governors with hits so far. But none in this ball game, as that one will miss low, and the count is now at 2 balls and a strike here to Staley. Jet Zabel and Charlie Simpson, if one of these two guys reach base, to get Simpson to the plate. 2-1. That is high and outside. The count goes now 3-1. And tomorrow, then we'll have, we mentioned earlier with the Frozen Four National Championship with Denver and Boston College, 4:45 with coverage and a 5 o'clock puck drop. That'll be a strike as Staley tried to check his swing, but He did not. So, well, he did, but the pitch was a strike. It went just off the glove and to the right of the catcher in Stubbles as the count goes now full. 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled off the mask of the catcher Stubbles, and that one stung him just a little bit. He'll regain his bearings. Then tomorrow we've got the NHL for you on KCCR. We'll have the Colorado Avalanche, Vegas Golden Knights. The 2 o'clock coverage start time, 2:30 puck drop before Sunday Night Baseball between the Padres and Dodgers. 3-2 pitch to Stally again. Taken on the outside edge for strike 3, and Stally is down on strikes for the second time in this game. And he cannot believe that pitch was called strike 3. It was on the outside edge for sure. But there's now 2 down. And it's Jet Zabel with nobody on base. First pitch to Zabel. That will bounce in for ball 1. Could have been a fascinating game tomorrow on KCCR with the Avalanche and Golden Knights, because if they had not won and the Blues had lost last night, they would still be playing to try and get into the playoffs. Now they're trying to see if maybe they can get a better seed, but I don't think they can even they might be able to still get a better seed if Nashville loses the last couple of games. Colorado's still trying to get that division title, but it looks like the Dallas Stars will get that. We'll have coverage of the NHL playoffs as well on KCCR. Count is 3-0 to Zabel as that pitch misses low and gets to the backstop. Charlie Simpson waits on deck. Also have coverage of the NBA playoffs, the play-in tournament coming up this week. We'll have coverage of that as well. 3-0 pitch will miss, a 4-pitch walk, and extends the inning now to Charlie Simpson. So Charlie Simpson will come to the plate. His team down 2-0 right now on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. First pitch to him was a ground ball to the right side. Mediger will field. His throw to first will be in time, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the 4th. Make that the bottom of the 3rd, and Governor's still down 2-0 to Jefferson. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre. It is 2-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, as it is the bottom of the 3rd inning. And it is Carson Hughes, Mason Payne, and Noah Hollingshead that will be the first 3 hitters here for the Jefferson Cavaliers, as they right now enjoy a 2-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Payne and Hollingshead both with hits so far, and he also got an RBI, did Hollingshead. As Hughes will await the first pitch to kick off the bottom of the 3rd. And that will miss low for ball 1. Here is the 1-0 to the #3 hitter in the order in Hughes. It's flown out towards left center field. George Stally will call for it. He'll make the catch, and the leadoff man retired to kick off the bottom of the 3rd. In 330 down the lines and left and right, 385 out in left center field. And a long fly and a long run out in left center field, but Staley was able to get out and make the catch. Here's now Mason Payne. First pitch is outside for ball one. Payne 1 for 1, singled in that bottom of the second inning. He'll line that one out towards left field. Easlin will backpedal. He'll make the catch. That was right to him. And there's two down now here in the bottom of the third. And that will bring up Hollingshead, who has the RBI that made it a 1-0 game. Kirshner got the other RBI on the walk that made it 2-0. That was pitch number 44 for Will Danberg. Trying to get through a quick third inning here. That one is at the knees for a strike to Noah Hollingshead. Just what the doctor ordered for Danberg to try and maybe get a quick inning. It won't be so much of a quick inning as that one is lined in the left field down for a base hit. Hollingshead is 2 for 2 in the ball game and extends the inning to Brody Jacobson. And the shortstop who had the lone hits in game number 1, he's 0 for 1 with a run. And in game number 2, but he will fly the first pitch out. George Staley will come in. He'll slide in. He'll make the catch. Not the best slide from Staley, but he does make the catch, and it does retire the side here in the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the fourth. Still 2-0 for Jefferson over Pierre. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the Truck Bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the Truck Bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Top of the fourth inning, Pierre Governors, they are down 2-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, as it will be Nolan Peterson, Sun and Shine, and Carter Schuffelbein, the first 3 hitters. Peterson reached on an error back in the second inning. Sun and Shine bunted him over to second. Schuffelbein drew a walk, so all 3 of these guys, well, they're 0 for 1 combined, but 2 of the 3 guys got on base between those 3 plate appearances. Tyler Olson has worked so far through the first 3 innings, as he has allowed just 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 50 pitches through 3 innings. As we play here now into the top of the fourth. And again, the Governors are trying to have to claw back in game number 2, just like they did last night. They didn't do that last night, but they found themselves down 5-0 after 2 innings. Got them within 5-2, but then ended up being a 9-2 game before it ended up finishing 9-4. As the first pitch here to Nolan Peterson comes in, and he will watch that one miss low and inside for ball 1. It's interesting to see when you look in the outfield, and obviously, unfortunately, no video available for us today because of the lack of shade, the high winds. It all factors into not being able to have the game for you video-wise, but trying to get you audio. As it counts 1-1 here to Peterson, that'll miss low and inside. But out in center field, you have the airport, the Sioux Falls Airport, moving around. We've seen a couple of planes take off, several planes take off, some land as well. It's interesting to see all the stuff that goes through in the Sioux Falls Airport. There's a ground ball back of the middle, past a diving shortstop into center field. Jacobson maybe got a piece of it. Olson maybe got a piece of it as well. But he did get in the center field, and Nolan Peterson has a base hit, the first hit of the ball game for the Governors. Comes here in the top of the fourth, and they are in the hit column in game number 2. And it'll bring up now Sun and Shine. Now be a 2-0 deficit. Do you let Sun and Shine swing away or try and move Peterson into scoring position? And Sun and Shine, who is showing bunt already, will pull it back and take it for strike 1. He did have a sacrifice bunt in his first trip to the plate. As Sun and Shine steps out of the box, gets the new numbers from Coach Fondness. Shows bunt, pulls it back. That one will get to the backstop away from Stubbles. Actually got out of play. So to second base easily will go Peterson without having to worry about that. And now there's a runner on second with nobody out. There's a small little gap. Whether a mouse ate it or what might have happened, there's a small little gap, and that ball found that small gap to get out and into the stands here, the fans. And there's a swing and a miss foul ball actually off of, might even hit Sun and Shine on the swing, but it isn't a 2-1 count. And the catcher and Stubbles will go out to have a conversation real quick with his lefty pitcher, Tyler Olson. With a runner on second, nobody out here in the top of the fourth. This is your chance for the Governors. It's getting towards the bottom of the order, but that's not a factor. Yeah, you'd love to have your top of the order all coming up, but this bottom of the order can get the job done. As that one is taken for strike 3, Sun and Shine will watch it on the outside edge, and there's now one down, and it will bring up Carter Schuffelbein. Schuffelbein walked, ended up taking second base, but was stranded with 2 runners in scoring position back in the second inning. So now here at the top of the fourth, a chance to get to Schuffelbein. He will show bunt. He'll pull it back and taking it high and outside for ball 1. Throw back to second, and Peterson dives back in ahead of the tag applied. Peterson with that secondary lead maybe felt like he maybe didn't see it right away. So the count is now 1-0. Ground ball to the right side. Mediger will field. Bobbles, though. Spins and turns. A throw is not going to be in time. And it'll be another air charge to Mediger, the second baseman, in his first and third with 1 out. Like maybe he got there just in time to get the throw to beat Schuffelbein, but it brings up Terwilliger with first and third and 1 out. And here's your chance for the Governors to at least get one, but also a chance to add on to it and take advantage of the air from Mediger. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Terwilliger, who is 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That will bounce in. That's going to get to the backstop. And here comes a Peterson in to score, and it's a 2-1 game. A wild pitch from Olson. Run scores, and it's now 2-1. And Schuffelbein, who's over at second, a base hit from Terwilliger, can tie the ball game up now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That will get to the backstop as well. Picked up by Stubbles, though. The throw to third. Schuffelbein with a nice slide and was able to keep his foot down on the bag. And it's a wild pitch that makes it now a runner at third and 1 out. A 2-1 count now here to Terwilliger. Olson comes set, the 2-1 pitch. That will miss low and inside. The count's now 3-1. No activity out in the left field bullpen right now here for the Governors. As Pierre is trying to tie this up, they got the tying run 90 feet away. 3-1 pitch. This will be flown out right field. That will get out of play. And the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. Twilliger, the ground ball. Shufflebein will come in to score. The throw will come to first. And there's now 2 down, but it is a RBI ground out for Twilliger, and we are tied 2-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. And the air comes back to haunt the Jefferson Cavaliers. So 2-2 is our score. Nobody on and 2 outs. And it'll bring up Spencer Easlin. First pitch to Easlin. That'll miss for ball 1. Dawson gets number 9 man. He is on deck. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss low, and the count's now 2-0. Easlin tripled back in game number 1. The 2-0 pitch, that is over for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. He tripled in game number 1. He was the only extra base hit from either side. And the 2-1 is popped foul. That'll be out of play. And the count goes now to 2-2. Easlin was the 1 run that also scored as well. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, and the count's now 3-2. Dawson gets, waits on deck, trying to extend the inning just a little bit farther as Olson laboring in this 4th inning. The 3-2. Ball 4, and that will extend the inning, and Olson not happy with himself with how this 4th inning has gone. Time will be called, and we'll have a mound visit. Again, no activity in the left field bullpen, so nobody getting loose out there yet. And maybe they would, although Payne is in the batting order, maybe they would think about bringing somebody in from the field if they were going to make a change. But just trying to calm down Olson right now with a runner on first and 2 away, just to get him through this 4th inning and get himself to reset heading into the 5th, as they'll still have several pitches remaining going into that 5th inning. But it is Dawson gets. Swings and misses the first pitch. It was a hit and run. The throw to second. They got him out. Easlin is caught stealing. 73 pitches for Olson through 4 innings. 2 runs scored, though, in the inning. On 2 hits, 1 hit, there was 1 error and no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 2-2 tie between Pierre and Jefferson. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Bottom of the 4th inning is 2-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard, as the Governors find themselves back in this ball game, scoring 2 runs in that 4th inning. They have just 1 hit. It was an error and no one left on base. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error. No one left on in the top of the 4th. And now here in the bottom of the inning number 4, Braylon Bear, Stubbles, and Balzer will be the 3 hitters to open up this 4th inning. First pitch from Danberg is skied out towards left center field. Going back on his Easlin, it's over his head and down for extra bases. It'll be Bear that will stop at seconds. It is a leadoff double for Braylon Bear, and Jefferson is in business to start the bottom of the fourth. Will Danberg has thrown just 48 pitches through 3 innings, where on the other side, Olsen has thrown 73 through 4 innings. But the fourth hit allowed by Danberg puts the runner in score position. That first pitch is through the right side for a base hit. Barrel around third. He's going to try and score. The throw coming from Zabel is cut off by Terwilliger, and sliding in without a play is Bear. And it's a 3-2 lead. So 2 pitches, and Jefferson is right back on top. An RBI single for the catcher Stubbles, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Bring up Balzer, now the number 9 hitter. So it is 7-8-9 to start the fourth inning, and so far so good for Jefferson at that bottom of the order. 2 pitches and 2 hits with a run scored. We'll bring up here is now Balzer, the left fielder. Will miss low for ball 1 will be Danberg. Here in the top of the fourth. Make that the bottom of the fourth. J.J. Buckles, I believe, is making his way back out to the right field bullpen. That's a bunt drop down. It will stay fair. Danberg will pick up, and his throw to first will be just wide of Terwilliger. And it's now first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And it gets back to the top of the order now here, as it will be Caden Kirchner that will come to the plate. Kirchner has an RBI walk. Made it 2-0 at the time. Ground ball will be big here for Danberg. First pitch, swing and a miss. It was a foul tip for strike 1. Kirchner is 0 for 1. Again, drawing that walk, also struck out. That led off the bottom of the first inning. That is outside. The count's now 1-1. And that wind has been howling all day long. And I can get it to stop if I turn to my left, but as soon as I look back at the field, you can start hearing it again. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll be taken for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Kirchner, Mediger, and it'll be Hughes. But a ground ball will be big. Maybe a strikeout would also be big here. 1-2 pitch. That is outside, and the count's now 2-2. Governors will have 9-1-2 due up to start the top of the 5th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And Kirchner will swing and miss. He was tied up in knots. It was going to be strike 3 anyway, and Kirchner really didn't put a good swing on it. Basically, you can put it down as a backwards K, but it does go down as a swinging strikeout. And there's 1 down, and now a ground ball here can get you out of the inning. Mediger will step to the plate. First pitch will bounce in. Good block there by Sun and Shine. Textbook form, dropping down from the crouch to both knees and letting that ball just bounce into your chest protector and swallow it up. Here's the 1-0. That was upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. And Buckles was getting loose out in the right field bullpen. This will be pitch number 59 for Danberg. And again, no matter what happens, everybody's going to be available for the next game for the Governors, so they will not play until next Friday. There's a swing and a miss by Mediger, and the count's now 2-1. And I think Mediger was looking back at the home plate umpire, not because he swung and missed, but because he wants a balk called on Danberg. 2-1. That'll come inside. The count's now 3-1. Three-1 counts with a runner on first and second, and 1 down here at the bottom of the fourth. 3-2 lead for Jefferson. 3-1 pitch is popped up. It'll be an infield fly roll. Doesn't matter if Shufflebein catches or not. He does make the catch, and now the second out. And it will bring up Carson Hughes. Time will be called. Sun and Shine will make his way out and have a conversation with Will Danberg, who was 1 pitch away from getting out of this fourth inning jam. Had first and second with nobody out and back-to-back outs with a strikeout and a pop-out. Well, there's just that one runner in scoring position with two guys on. Those are two big outs to get. And now anything can get you out of this fourth inning. First pitch, ground ball, third base side. It does go foul. Otherwise, that was a play for Scheffelbein to make and step on the bag at third. Counts 0-1. Hughes 0 for 2 so far. The 0-1 pitch. Line shot. That's going to go over the head of Getz into left field. That's going to bring in another run. Easel will cut it off before it got into the gap. The throw will come in. The throw to third is not going to be in time. It's an RBI single for Carson Hughes. It's a 4-2 lead. And there'll be runners at the corners with 2 away. That'll bring up Mason Payne, but we might have our change coming up as Cody Sherrill will come out and talk with Danberg. J.J. Buckles is making his way from the right field bullpen, and that will end the day for Will Danberg. So J.J. Buckles will come in and try and keep that score of 4-2 and see how far he can get in this ball game to maybe keep this Governor team in it. Down 4-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
It is J.J. Buckles on the mound here for the Pierre Governors. In a 4-2 game with the runners at the corners with 2 away in the bottom of the fourth. And for J.J. Buckles, after his first outing didn't go the way he had liked, he has had 2 solid outings since then. As he has gone, this will be his 4th outing, 3 innings of those 3 outings. He has given up overall. He does have a save to his credit. 2 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. That ERA is still 7, but it is a whip at 2. He has left 2 men on base, batting average of 167. And if you take away that first game of the season for J.J. Buckles, you're going to see an even better outing or better situation for Buckles, as he has given up over that time just 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, so an ERA of 0 and a whip of 1. And a batting average against that 111 against Buckles. So that first outing inflates the ERA, inflates the whip a little bit more than what it actually is for Buckles, who has had some really good outings over the last 2 times he's pitched. The 1-0 pitch, there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. As he faces the middle of the order, Mason Payne. The runners at first and third. Payne is 1 for 2. That pitch just missing outside for ball 3, or for ball 2, and the count's now 2-1. Payne 1 for 2, but did score a run. 2-1 pitch, that is on the outside edge. Okay, well, give and take a little bit. Counts now 2-2. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Can't close the book yet on Danberg, but with a out here and not allow another run to score, we can officially close the book. 2-2 pitch. That'll miss low and outside. The count's now 3-2. Danberg did go 3 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts on 63 pitches. He is responsible for the runners at first and second. or make that first and third. Runner from first takes off the 3-2 pitch. It's upstairs for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. So at most, it will be 6 runs given up by Danberg, with 5 of them being earned. And at the least, it is those 4 runs allowed right now, and only 3 of them earned. With the bases loaded and 2 away, Hollingshead will swing and miss swing and foul the first pitch back. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. With 2 runs already scored here in the inning. 3 men on base, another 2 outs. 8th man to come to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 4th. He made it a 1-0 ball game. Did Hollingshead. No, 1-0, or 1-1, excuse me. That one just drops out of the bottom of the zone. The count's now 2-1 here to Hollingshead. 9-1-2 are due up for the Governors in the top of the 5th inning. Dawson Guest, George Stalley, and Jed Zabel. 2-1 pitch. That is on the outside corner for a strike. The count's now 2-2. And again, a chance for Buckles to finish out this inning. Keep the Governors within 2 at 4-2. 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. Everybody with a head start here. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. And this is a huge pitch upcoming here with a 2-run ball game at the bottom of the 4th. 3-2 pitch from J.J. Buckles. That one is fouled over the third base side. We'll do it again here at 3-2. Balzer is at third base, and he ended up having to move towards the fair territory side because he was really looping himself around. Obviously, with you getting a head start, you don't really want to go more than halfway down the line because you're going to score regardless of a play being made. That one's out in the left center field. That's going to get down, and 2 runs at least are going to score. It's going to roll all the way to the wall, and it's going to clear the bases. 3 runs are going to score. Hollingshead is 3 for 3 now with a 4 RBI day. It is a 7-2 lead for the Jefferson Cavaliers. And the day officially closes for Will Danberg, giving up those 6 runs, and J.J. Buckles already tagged with a run in his relief outing. 3-run double for Hollingshead. He's 3 for 3. 4 runs driven in. Having himself a really good day in game number 2. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Brody Jacobson, who is 0 for 2. 1 for 4 in total on the day. The 0-1 pitch. That one is fouled back, and the count is now 0-2. And Buckles, again, pitch away from getting out of this inning. And getting us to the 5th, with the Governors now down by 5. That pitch, that is fouled off the glove of Sun and Shine. Almost caught it for strike 3, but we'll do it again here with an 0-2 count. The runner on second, and 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jacobson waits on the 0-2 pitch, swings and pops it up. It's on the infield, the left side. Shufflebein will call for it. He'll make the catch, and that will take us to the end of the inning. But a 5-run bottom of the 4th for Jefferson gives them a 5-run lead. 7-2 our score at the end of 4. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC. It is the top of the 5th inning. The Governors are down on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard 7-2. As it will be 9-1-2. Dawson Getz, George Stalley, and Jed Zabel. Anybody reaches base, so it'll be the number 3 hitter and Charlie Simpson. But the Govs find themselves behind the 8 ball now. Again, officially closing the book. Will Danberg gave up in 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Buckles with a one run so far on 1 hit. It was earned, a walk, no strikeouts. He's only thrown a third of an inning so far for J.J. Buckles. It'll be Dawson Getz to lead things off. He is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. In 4 fields being used here at the Sanford Sports Complex. Field number 3 of a softball field, Little League type field. As that first pitch will miss for ball 1. To Dawson Getz. Lincoln Patriots are playing out O'Gorman here as well. Several teams playing North Dakota squads today. We're one of the few that are South Dakota games. This will be fouled back to the netting. And the count's 1-1 here to Dawson Getz. So Pierre's got their work cut out for him now here as we start to get late in this second game. Here at the top of the 5th. 1-1. Upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. 2-1 count here in the leadoff man. That pitch will bounce in, and the count is now at 3 balls and a strike here to Dawson Getz. Stalley, Zabel, and then Simpson would follow. That pitch is outside for ball 4, and a leadoff walk issued to Dawson Getz. That's how we start inning number 5. As George Stalley now will come to the plate. He struck out looking in his last at-bat. He was not thrilled about the fact that he got called out on strikes in his last trip to the plate. Olson now having to go from the stretch. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. There is activity out in the left field bullpen now for the Jefferson Cavaliers, with Olson getting into the 80 pitch count mark, and his day is slowly starting to come to an end, regardless of how well he pitches over the next inning and a half. This is flown out to right field, down the right field line, and it is going to be a fair ball, and it will be a double for George Stalley, and it's second and third with nobody out. Extra base hit for the Governors, puts them in business. Second and third with nobody out for Jed Zabel. 2, 3, and 4 here for the Governors. Down by 5. This is the spot that you want to be in. First pitch. Zabel with a ground ball. That will score the run. It'll be Menninger, who thought about throwing home, does not throw home, and Zabel will ground out with an RBI. And it's now 7-3 with a runner on third. Still an opportunity for the Governors to add another run here with the, even though this is a 4-run deficit, just to cut the lead almost in half. There's a ground ball that will score another run as Stalley will come in. Back-to-back pitches with back-to-back ground outs to the second baseman Menninger. And after a leadoff walk and a double, it's now 7-4 with nobody on and 2 outs, as Nolan Peterson will come to the plates with now nobody on. First pitch from Olson, who goes still working from the stretch, will be taking strike 1 to Nolan Peterson. The 0-1 from Olson. That will bounce in, and the count is now 1-1. And the catcher in Stubbles will make his way out and have a conversation with his starting pitcher in Tyler Olson, who has given up those 2 runs in this 5th inning. He's now still 1 pitch away from getting out of this 5th inning rather quickly. 1-1 pitch, ground ball. Mediger's going to make all 3 plays over at second. It's a 2-run inning for the Pierre Governors. 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We had the bottom of the 5th, 7-4. Jefferson leads Pierre. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains. Up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
It is the bottom of the 5th, and it is a 7-4 game with American Family Insurance. Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. And for the Jefferson Cavaliers, they will see Braylon Bear, Stubbles, and Balser. 7, 8, 9 will be the first 3 hitters for the Cavaliers, and J.J. Buckles will be trying to keep this deficit right where it's at with a 7-4 lead. And he was very close to getting out of that last inning with making it still 7, with it being 4-2, which would have made this a 4-4 game. But the Governors still have 6 more outs to work with. Again, they have to keep this game within 10 runs, but with a 3-run deficit, you're not really thinking about that right now anyway. As it will bring up Braylon Bear to lead things off. He is 1 for 2. He doubled. He was part of one of 2 doubles in the ball game. First pitch is missing for ball 1 to Bear. The 1-0 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Hat flying off of J.J. Buckles. Wind is really not wreaked havoc in this game. The way the wind has come through, and when you feel like you can hear it in the microphone, and that's just with my microphone. We're not even having a crowd mic because of how the wind is, but it's not really factored much of any kind, as it will be a 4-pitch walk to open up the bottom of the 5th inning to Bear. And that will bring up now Ryder Stubbles, the catcher. And maybe the one at-bat that I can think of that really forced the first baseman, Riley, in that first game. He missed the ball over at first, and that was really the only factor the win has been. Here's George Stalley, who will backpedal out in center. Straightaway center field, he'll make the catch, and there's one down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Good pitch there from J.J. Buckles after a 4-pitch walk. He was able to get that 1 pitch to retire Stubbles, and now bring up Balser, who has not yet had a plate appearance. 0 for 0, he's walked once. This is the 3rd time through the order for this team, as the first pitch is over for strike 1. Balser dropped down a sacrifice bunt as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss low, and Sunshine blocks it up. He didn't realize it was in front of him, but he was able to circle his way all the way around to know that was still there and keep that runner over at first base. Olson's thrown 85 pitches for Jefferson. We'll see if he comes out for the 6th inning or not. He's got 20 pitches to work with. That pitch will miss low, and the count's now 3-0. So after a 4-pitch walk, you got a man to fly on the next pitch. Now he's in danger of another 4-pitch walk for Buckles. He's only got 25 pitches, so you're not worried about where Buckles is at pitch count-wise, as that one will miss for ball 4. And it's now 1st and 2nd with 1 away. Ground ball can get you quickly out of this inning, but it's now 1st and 2nd with the top of the order up here for Jefferson. Kirchner, he's 0 for 2, had an RBI walk, made it 2-0 at the time. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Pierre's not led in this game. They were down 2-0, tied at 2-2. They went down 7-2 before getting 2 runs back in the top of the 5th inning to make it 7-4 where we stand. 1-0 pitch. Kirchner will pop it up. Back of the infield. Infield fly rule is called. Dawson gets. He had struggled with the wind, still made the catch. The out was going to be recorded no matter what. And that's where the umpires had to make sure that they got, that they knew. I mean, it's an all-turf field, so that ball's going to take a high hop. So if it does fall, you still maybe can advance anyway, but you advance at your own risk. But it didn't end up being routine like you'd think that it would have been. But the way Getz went to and kind of stood there for a second, you realize the umpire made the right call of making an infield fly, and Getz obviously made the catch, so it didn't matter anyway, as the first pitch is over for strike 1 to Mediger. That could have been something if that ball had dropped. And then again, even though it wasn't technically in the infield, it still can be an infield fly if an infielder can get under a ball routinely. And so it'll be flown out to center field. George Staley going back, still going back. He'll make the catch and retires his side here in the bottom of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We have played 5 complete. Jefferson leads Pierre 7-4. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
YAG Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag chemical and seed retailer. YAG Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. YAG Air for all your ag chemical and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
There's only a split second to decide if the pitch is good or not. With skill, some luck, and a prayer, the bat connects. The ball goes soaring over the fence. The sense of joy and excitement is contagious as we cheer for another Pierre home run. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. I want to invite you to join us to experience the joy of worshiping God. We thank Him for the home run moments we have in our lives. We hear His comfort and peace when it feels like we've struck out. We're glad to see you at Faith Lutheran Church.
It is the top of the 6th inning. The Pierre Governors are down 7-4 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. And it will be for the Governors, Sawyer Sutton, Sun and Shine, along with Carter Schuffelbein and Cooper Twilliger. 5, 6, and 7 here for the Governors, trying to find their way back in this game, down by 3 runs. Olson staying out on the mound for right now for the Jefferson Cavaliers, as he is trying to work his way through 6 innings. He's got 20 pitches to work with, so it's not quite to the point of him having to really work efficiently to get through 6 innings. But if he wants to start the 7th, he's got to be efficient enough to give himself a chance to work in the 7th. First pitch will miss low for ball 1 to Sun and Shine, who is 0 for 1. Sacrifice bunts. He struck out swinging in his only at-bat. This is only the 3rd time through the order as well for the Governors. That pitch is over for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. Here to Sun and Shine. Schuffelbein to Williger be the next couple hitters. That pitch is high and outside, and the count's now 2-1. 2-1 pitch here from Olson to Sun and Shine. That'll miss low, and the count's now 3-1. And base runners important here with just 6 outs remaining for the Governors. 3-1 pitch. Sun and Shine cuts on a really good pitch to swing at, and he misses, and it's now 3-2. Olson, the lefty who works from the stretch with nobody on base, delivers a 3-2 pitch. That is outside for ball 4, and a leadoff walk issued to Sun and Shine, which allows Schuffelbein to come to the plate with a runner on first. We'll have a courtesy runner as Cade Kaiser will get the helmet on. Run's important, but Kaiser, who made the mistake base running yesterday, has to be very smart on the base paths. While his run is important, it doesn't mean everything. As Shufflebein will look to bunt, he will miss. The throw to second, and sliding in just in front of the tag is Kaiser. And so he steals second, does Kaiser, and a big steal for the senior to put him in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the sixth. And now it's Shufflebein a chance to try and drive him in, making a 2-run ball game. That pitch will be missing for ball 1, and the count is now even at a ball and a strike here to Shufflebein with Terwilliger and then Easlin. The 1-1 pitch. Shufflebein climbs the ladder out towards right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third is Kaiser. He's going to try and score. The throw coming to the plate. It is cut off, is caught, tag applied. They got him out. Kaiser is thrown out trying to score from second on the base hit by Shufflebein. Shufflebein wisely takes second, but the Govs fail to cash in. And there's still 1 on and 1 out now here in the 6th inning. And it's Cooper Terwilliger who swings to the first pitch and misses for strike 1. It's a tough one for the Governors. Knowing how this game has gone, knowing how the Governors have hit with runners in scoring position, well, I guess you like Terwilliger and Easlin and Getz in the lineup. You just know that you got to be a little bit more aggressive on the base pass. And the throw got home in time and was able to force the tag as it counts now 1-2. Here to Cooper Terwilliger. 1-2 pitch. That is high and outside. The count's now 2-2. So you hope for the Governors that doesn't come back to haunt you. Well, one that I think Coach Fonda's probably, whether he wants to do it over or not, probably would do the same thing over and over again. That one will miss, and the count is now at 3-2. With the Shufflebein leading away from second. 3-2 pitch. Terwilliger out towards right field. Right fielder will come over to make the catch, and there's now two down. Shufflebein was a couple feet off the bag, so he wasn't going to be able to get back on time to tag to third. And plus, with 2 outs, you don't want to make the third out at third base. And a base hit from Easlin's going to score you regardless. And now you look at that play, and if Kaiser's at third, probably does tag up and score, make it a 7-5 game. But here is now Spencer Easlin trying to drive in. Shufflebein from second, swings and misses at the first pitch. Easlin looking for a base hit, did triple in game number 1. That pitch will miss low. Shufflebein takes off for third. The throw to third is high, and Shufflebein slides in safely. So now he is just 90 feet away and a pass ball or wild pitch away from scoring to make it 7-5. The Governors will have to keep that deficit where it stands, regardless if it's 7-5. Maybe it's still 7-4. Maybe they're able to score a couple runs still here in the 6th inning, as that one's on the outside edge, and the count's now 1-2. As Olson has thrown his 103rd pitch. This will be most likely his last batter. This will be pitch number 104 of the day. That is outside, and that is now a 2-2 count, and this will be his last batter, regardless if he gets Easlin out or not. You can get through 6 completes or 5 2/3, and the inning continues with a new man coming to the mound. 2-2 pitch. Misses for ball 3, and the count is now at 3-2. And again, you can finish out the at-bats. So even though this is pitch number 106, you can finish the at-bat, but this is his last hitter. 3-2 pitch to Easlin. Ground ball on the left side. Shortstop will field. The throw to first will be in time. The Governors fail to score here in the bottom of the top of the 6th inning. We will step aside for a minute. Governor's still down 7-4. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide.
College! Class of 1995! When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
It is the bottom of the 6th inning. The Pierre Governors are down on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, down 7-4, as it will be for the Jefferson Cavaliers trying to extend their lead, but also give themselves a chance to close it out in the 7th inning. J.J. Buckles trying to keep this a 3-run deficit going into the top of the 7th inning. And the Governors having 9-1-2 up on the plate. First pitch is over for strike one. Here to the leadoff man in the batting order, to Carson Hughes. Be followed by, will be 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order, as that one will miss for a ball, and the count's now 1-1. Be Hughes, then Payne and Hollingshead. Hollingshead was 3 for 3 with 4 runs driven in game number 2. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 1-2. Buckles trying to do his best to keep this a 3-run deficit. Needs a 0 in this inning. Here's the 1-2 from Buckles. That'll miss low and outside. The count is now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking for a strikeout here for J.J. Buckles. Looking for his first of the day. He will get that first strikeout. The swing and a miss by Hughes, and there's one down here in the bottom of the 6th. And we'll bring up the number 4 hitter in Mason Payne, who is 1 for 2. And the Governors will have 9-1-2 due up in the top of the 7th. Needing right now a 3-run comeback. Payne is 1 for 2 so far in the ball game. Hollingshead is 3 for 3, and he is on deck. Be great to see him come up with nobody on base. There's a swing and a miss by Payne. The count is now 1-1. One here from Buckles. That one is flown out towards right field. Foul territory. That will land foul. The count goes now 1-2. Giving Buckles another shot here to try and get his second strike out of the ball game. 1-2 pitch. Taken for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Buckles here the 7th, and he'll bring up Hollingshead, who will finally hit with nobody on base. 3 for 3 and 4 RBIs. He has been the Jefferson Cavaliers' best hitter here in game number 2. 3-run double in his last trip. That is a difference maker in this game. Made it a 4-2 game to a 7-4 game, or 7-2 game, excuse me, and before the Governors scored 2 runs to pull within 3. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Hollingshead. 1-0 pitch is outside. The count is now even. Make that outside to a 2-0. Two-0 pitch here from Buckles. That is outside. The count is now 3-0 to Hollingshead, and well, you can still do damage on the base pass, but can't do damage with his bat if you don't throw him a strike. That is a get-me-over strike from Buckles to make it 3-1. Brody Jacobson is on deck. He's 0 for 3. RBIs from Kirchner, Hughes, Stubbles, and the 4 from Hollingshead. 3-1 pitch. It's a ground ball, left side. Shufflebein will come into field. His throw to first will finally retire Hollingshead. 1-2-3 inning for Buckles in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Last chance for the Governors. Down by 3. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Form, function, finesse. The all-new 2024 all-wheel drive Ford Escape is now on sale at Capital City Ford for $32,000 with up to $2,250 in rebates. If you're looking for adaptable interiors ready for your daily adventures, whether it's a trip to the grocery store, to a spontaneous road trip, and everywhere in between, Capital City Ford has you covered. Payments are as low as $385 with Ford Credit Flex Buy program. For more information and details, contact a sales professional at Capital City Ford. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
It is the top of the 7th. It is 9-1-2 here for the Governors. Dawson Getz to lead things off by George Stalley and then Jet Zabel. Anybody reaches base, and they're going to have a lot of guys reach base, down by 3 right now. Any guys reach base, it'll then go to the number 3 hitter in Charlie Simpson, with then Nolan Peterson to follow after that. They've got to get those guys, those bats rolling, as they have a new pitcher on the mound. You knew you had to go to a new man on the mound. And for the Jefferson Cavaliers, we'll tell you who that is, and we'll give you the totals as well for Tyler Olson, who ended up going those 6 innings. It'll be Ben Honcom to try and close it out for the Cavaliers. And before we get you the totals for Olson, let's get you the stat line for Honcom. This is his 3rd appearance. He's thrown 7 innings, all in relief. He does have a win. Has given up just 9 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 6 walks, and 12 strikeouts. ERA of 5, a whip of 2.14. Batting average against at 290 for Ben Honcop. And on the side for the starting pitcher in Tyler Olson, whose day came to an end with 106 pitches thrown. Had himself a solid outing as well. 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts. As the first pitch swinging for Dawson Guest, flown out to right field. And that'll be caught by the right fielder in a bigger to retire the first man. And we'll bring up now George Stalley. So Ethan Bigger is out in right field. As he takes over out there, the first pitch missed to Stalley outside for ball 1. 7-4. Governors need a 3-run comeback here in the 7th inning. As the first 1-0 pitch is on the outside edge, and Stalley not liking those outside calls against in this second game, as the count is 1-1. Governors with 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for Jefferson. Stalley will foul that one out of play. And the count is now a 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking for a strikeout. Here is Honcop. Line shot up the middle. There's a base hit. 1 out single for Stalley. He is on here in the 7th. And all it is, just putting base hits together here. Jet Zabel to the plate. Zabel is 0 for 2 with an RBI ground out to his last trip to the plate. He made it 7-3 before an RBI ground out from Charlie Simpson. Made it 7-4. First pitch will skip in. And it was picked by Stubbles, and he might have tripped over the foot of the home plate umpire. Because he was looking to maybe backpick George Stalley over at first. Here's the 1-0. Stalley takes off. Ground ball, going to stay on the double play, but there's going to be now 2 down as Mediger makes the play at first. And the Govs are down to their final out here in game number 2. And a reminder here in about an hour and 20 minutes, coverage will start of the Frozen Four National Championship game. Denver and Boston College will have on KCCR. And then next week, Friday, it is the home opener for the Pierre Governors. 5-7 against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. We'll start coverage at 4:45 next Friday night at historic Hyde Stadium, and it will be great to be at Hyde. It'll be great to be back in Pierre for some baseball. First one of 2024. First pitch of Charlie Simpson. That's a ground ball up the middle. Diving for is a shortstop, but there is no play, so the tying run will come to the plate as Nolan Peterson will get a chance to hit with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Good play there from the shortstop and Jacobson to stop it, but he had no shot at throwing out the runner at first base, but it does preserve a 7-4 lead right now. And again, that run at third for Zabel doesn't necessarily matter, but if that ball gets through, you never know what might happen with a runner just on first base and 2 outs. Nolan Peterson will miss or watch ball 1, miss on the outside. Sun and Shine, who does have a home run, he's got a chance. If he comes to the plate, he'd be representing the go-ahead run. As Peterson will pop this one up right side, long run coming in. That will drop, and that will be a fair ball that will score a run to make it 7-5. So the Governors do have the tying run now on base. And here is Sun and Shine, a chance. Boy, how would a second home run be for Sun and Shine? He would give the Governors a 1-run lead here in the 7th inning. But so far in this ball game, he's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Now trying to pass along to Carter Shufflebine. Sun and Shine will take strike 1 on the outside edge. Hit a home run last Saturday. 3-run shot with the help of the wind. That was still going harder than this. Got just over the left field foul pole. And he'll swing at the 1-0-1 pitch. This is flown out to right field. Coming in will be the right fielder to make the catch, and Big R will make the catch, and that will retire the side and end the ball game. Governors will fall 7-5 here in game number 2. We'll come back in a minute and wrap it up here from the Sanford Sports Complex in Sioux Falls. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
So the Governors split the doubleheader here today between the Jefferson Cavaliers, winning 1-0 in game number 1 behind a 1-hit shutout by Jed Zabel, and then a 7-5 loss to Jefferson in game number 2, as they were out-hit in game number 2, 7-6, but they lost 7-5. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Governors, 7 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for the Cavaliers in a ball game that took an hour and about 45 minutes to play here in game 2 at the Sanford Sports Complex, as the Governors fall to 7-4 on the season, and will be at home finally for the first time next Friday when they take on the Roosevelt Rough Riders. We'll have coverage starting at 4:45 and first pitch of the doubleheader at 5 o'clock here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Well, Danberg will be tagged with the loss, giving up 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts in 3 2/3 innings. J.J. Buckles got the other 2 1/3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 run, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. As the win will go to Tyler Olson, 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. It was a save for Ben Honkamp coming in the 7th inning. He throws an inning, gives up 3 hits, 1 run on no walks and no strikeouts as the Governors do fall in game number 2. It is a 1-0 win in game 1, a 7-5 loss in game number 2. As I will wrap things up for us here from the Sanford Sports Complex in Sioux Falls. I want to say thanks to Jen Hanna back at the station. John Mather here signing off. Governors, they win game 1, 1-0 behind a 1-hitter from Jed Zabel. Fall in game 2, 7-5 as we say so long from Sioux Falls.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Baseball is brought to you in part by Bank West, Beck Motors, Avera, Todd's Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, and Stulkin Peterson, Walti & Jones, LLP. And by American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Yay Gare, May Adam, Wegner Auto, Comtech, Gales Gas, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, and AGE Corporation. Pierre Governor Baseball is also brought to you by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, True Green Chemlawn, Nystrom Electric, Fisher Rounds, Faith Lutheran Church, and CHS River Plains. And by Lamb Motors, First Dakota National Bank, Edward Jones Financial, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, and Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping. Join us all season here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports for more Pierre Governor Baseball. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South